So what's it like to play a 6'2" person as a 4-foot odd dwarf?
He's 5'2".
Is he 5'2"?
He's 5'2". It's
Now
not that
see?
small, is it?
It's not
Really?
that small.
How tall are you?
I'm about 5'5".
Okay, so
he's not that.
He's 3 inches shorter
No,
than
you're
you.
absolutely right.
Tall for a dwarf.
But you're very tall.
I am. It's a foot less than me, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, isn't it?
Kind of a lot, yes.
Yeah.
Did you have to carry yourself differently physically?
Yeah, I mean it's part of. The height thing with the dwarf was never the focus. It was all about the weight. They have different skeletons. They're much thicker, heavier bones. Their center of gravity is lower. Their shoulders are broader. The animal that I always imagined for Thorin was a bison, that really kind of thick set, kind of upper body shape, that would run and break down a wall with his head.
That's a good image. Now, the relationship between Thorin and Bilbo is a bit complicated. Can you tell us about bringing those moments to life with Martin? How that was?
Yeah, I mean, it is complicated and complex, and one never really knows how it's going to manifest itself according to the edit and the cut and the choices that Pete makes after we've shot. So we really did shoot many choices for him so that he can shape that relationship as much as we could. But what's interesting to me, especially having seen the film, is the way that Bilbo enables Thorin to really see himself and to make changes in himself and to accept him. He was very anti-Hobbitt in movie 1. He starts to realize that Bilbo is his greatest asset, and that relationship becomes much more intense in movie 3, where he becomes a single confidant. So seeing that evolve through movie 2 is really interesting.
Can you talk about Thorin's journey as he gets so close to his goal yet faces all these obstacles like the elves and the giant spiders and what he's going through?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this middle piece you really see Thorin at his lowest point and at his highest point as well. Being captured by Thranduil and thrown into his dungeon, stripped of every possible means he has to get to the mountain and finish his quest, is possibly the lowest he'll ever come. To getting to the door and opening it and breathing the air of Erebor once more, that moment fills him with such joy, such achievement. But mixed into that is the danger that he then has to face.
Now, what has the experience of working with Peter Jackson been like for you?
It's really changed me, I think, as an actor. I think it's made me lighten up a bit, have a bit more fun if I can, to not ever underestimate the imagination and that sense of play, and to never really disregard anything. Any idea is valid, and bring it to the playground and throw it in there and see if it works.
Now, was there any sequence or particular scene that you really enjoyed over all the others during the filming?
I think the moment when they enter the mountain I really enjoyed playing it, because for the rest of the journey it's thrills and spills and fighting and action and adventure, and this is one moment which was very still and sacred and spiritual, and I really enjoyed the location that they built for us, the set, and just that feeling of opening the door. It's everything they've wished for, and it's a great moment for Thorin and the dwarves.
Now, did this give you a deeper understanding, I would imagine, of the book itself after filming this story? Were you familiar with the books before?
Yeah, I looked at the books when I was maybe 7 years old. It took me to his other works and to Peter's films. I haven't actually been back and looked at the books since filming, but it would be interesting to do that, I think, to sort of relive it back to Tolkien's words.
And how is traveling to New Zealand and working with the other film talent? Is that a good experience?
It's possibly the best part of the job, really. The fact that I get to do this incredible role in a movie that I'm dying to be in, and to then shoot it in a place that I've never been to before. It's the other side of the planet. It's the most spectacular, pristine wilderness I've ever been to. It doesn't really get much better than that.